Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to my channel and welcome to episode 36 of Studio Time with Ryos. All right, let's address the elephant in the room. What do we think about this green? Listen, I got a new release coming out soon, very soon, and the artwork is green, and I was like, yo, I should make the colors around me green, you know what I'm saying? But it does look kind of weird. Like, I'm looking at it on the screen right now. It does look different than the blue, but I like it. I don't know. Comment below what you think. Anyway, speaking about this mystery release, I have a new song coming out November 3rd, and I'm not going to give you guys any more details just yet, but I think today it might be fun if we try some bass house ideas for a potential VIP mix of said song coming out. So let's have some fun. Let's try some bass house ideas today. Without further ado, let's get right into it. I'm not going to use the vocal for my song that's coming out. Not yet, at least. Not yet. But I mainly want to focus on the drop. So let's get down. All right. Bass house. I actually have a bass house song that I've been working on with one of my friends, and it is an absolute doozy. But anyway, let's focus on getting some really disgusting lead sounds first, and then we'll go from there. This one's kind of mean. I also love this one. All right, yo, so I came across this preset here, and I was just messing with the timing. I think opening this up, that makes for an insane lead sound. I think this is what I'd want to base my drop around. So let's go ahead. I'm going to add this to the mixer. We could start playing around with some melodies. Obviously, the melody is going to be very simple. I feel like with bass house, it should be simple melody and then going absolutely nuts with like production techniques and arrangement and stuff. I'm going to also get an 808 in perhaps, and then we'll focus on getting a groove as well as, you know, making a nasty, nasty bass line. Oh my God, you know what? What if we did like a call and response type deal? And then groove right here. Maybe that'll be sick. Hold up, let's go back. Okay, this is an idea. Let's work on this second lead. Let's bring it to life a little bit more. So we'll just do a little bit of maintenance EQ right now, cutting off some of the sub. And then for this sound, we're going to add some distortion, a little bit of OTT. I'm also going to add another EQ, and we're going to just clean up the stereo image a little bit. And let's also add a layer to this response lead. This is it. So at this point, we should probably build like a subline. All right, so now let's get a very simple drum pattern in here, and then I'll work on the basses themselves more to make them sound better. We'll add sidechain, more processing, all that good stuff. But having a nice little drum loop in there will give us a nice idea of how to proceed. So let's go to kicks. We're gonna go for knocking kicks here. Right now, it sounds a bit crazy and a little all over the place, but I think this is going to be a sick idea. And then, of course, we need a little hat. So these two sounds are going to be our main response leads. So I'm going to go ahead and create a response group here. All right, let's add sidechain. And, of course, we need sidechain on the sub as well. Now I got to do a little sound design on the response lead because it's not really where I want it to be, although the fundamentals are there. So this sound is wildly harsh. I'm going to do some crazy EQing here. All right, now I'm just going to try an additional layer here for this response layer. I want to experiment with a crispy, smooth top end sound. So let's go ahead and work on the processing more to really get the sound where we need it to be. So I'm going to first pull up an EQ here. Let's also throw on a soothe. Also get a little bit of supercharger. Let's also work on the stereo image a little bit. Let's swap out one of the layers for a crispier layer. There we go. Should have just used the preset name Crispy, man. What am I doing? I feel like we're still missing a little bit of bounce, and we can incorporate some of that by adding an additional layer, specifically a plucky base layer. So let's try that right now. Oh my God, that might have been the missing piece. Oh my God, I love that. Okay, awesome. Now we should focus our attention to the main lead sound or the call. The first thing that I want to do is actually automate the sidechain, because right in the beginning of the drop, I want to do the classic, fake out. Now, another thing that might be fire is to use Endless Smile and maybe even an LFO tool and create some wild transition from this sort of fake out into where the drop actually starts. So let's start by pulling up Endless Smile, and I'm thinking about just drowning this sound out in a ton of reverb. It's almost like a mini build in a way. I tried the LFO tool idea, and it doesn't sound that good. It sounds a little too crazy, but the Endless Smile does sound good, so we're going to keep that. Another thing that I would like to do is to layer a little bit of white noise to go along with the call lead. That's going to help a lot. All right, so we've got a lot of the main meat and potatoes down now. So now is the part that I've been looking forward to a lot. I feel like this is where you can get really fun with bass house. And mind you, this is also where it really comes together and starts to sound just a lot better. Once you have a lot of these main ingredients down, you can start messing around with like vocal cuts and different percussions and stabs and synth cuts and all these wild things. So let's experiment with all that right now. There we go. That sounds dope. That'd be sick too, a little clap thing like that. Woo. Oh, that's dirty. That is dirty, dirty, Glenn. All right, next I need a nice filler sound to go on top of the kick. Let's see what we can get going here. Sound actually works really well for the first part, but we can get something better for the second part. Try this ride. This ride fits quite well actually, but I'm going to hold off on it. I'll keep it in the playlist, maybe bring it back, but I'd rather spend a little bit more time working on more of the synth stuff, because I think I can fill out this region that I'm looking to fill with synth stuff, which I think would be just straight up more interesting. So I'm just looking for a nice spot to maybe sample and loop. About like right here. Let me lower it and sidechain it so it sounds halfway decent. Hold up. There we go. See, this is the kind of weird stuff I'm talking about. We can also experiment with another synth thing just in the background lightly. Oh. All right, so let's continue to move on. I want to experiment with like some stabs now. Ooh, I accidentally unmuted this and it sounds nice. Let's keep that in there. Another thing that I love about bass house is the random, crazy, hype vocal cuts. We might have to take a little field trip to Splice real quick. So what do I just type in hype vocal? Let's see.
It's a vibe, baby. You on the grind, baby. Take your time with it, baby. I don't mind with it.
Hey. Let's add that one. Do I want to make it faster or slower? Let's try making it faster.
It's a vibe.
Oh, hell yeah, dude. Now I just sound like Knock 2.
It's a vibe, ain't it? You wanna grind, baby?
Yo.
It's a vibe, ain't it? You wanna grind, baby?
Wait, that's how you know it's meant to be. I literally didn't plan this. I typed in high vocal. The first one that pops up is perfect. How you doing? I want to do a little bit more drum work, and let's also determine if this is good. Should I get rid of this? That sounds pretty good, but hold up. Where's the rattle ride? I actually like it layered. Let's rock with both. All right, now let's go back and let's add some more bass stabs. Oh, there we go. Let's introduce some reverse synths as well in this drop. This bass shot here also makes a great addition. All right, yo, this is sounding really, really dope. Another thing that we can touch on is adding some more effects. Now, what if for the second time around on the call, we automate something? I want to see if we can automate an LFO to make it wobble. I think that'll be a nice way to add some variation. There we go. Now we got to add the sub in there. We got to add some automation to the rhythm too. I heard a spot where it can go faster. All right, the LFO sounds awesome. Next, let's move on to creating a fill for this drop. I'm gonna go ahead and add an endless smile to this little vocal chop thing so that for the fill, it doesn't cut off really dramatically. I'm gonna almost use the endless smile as a way of adding reverb so that the transition is a little smoother here. Just like that. And then, of course, we can get a nice little drum fill. Ooh, and you know what? Random. But another cool idea might be for the second time around to make this bass shot follow the sub melody, which is very simple. It means it just should go E and then F sharp. All right, now I'm going to experiment with another layer real fast because the main call is missing some low mids. And sometimes in bass house, it's really cool to have like practically no low mids because you could really feel and hear the sub. But I like my low mids. So let me see if it sounds good. If it doesn't, you guys know the drill. I'm going to cut this out. And then if I don't cut this out and you're watching this, that means I succeeded. Let's just get like a nice supporting meaty bass. Okay, so W sound needs a little work. We're going to just take off the top and we're going to compress it. Awesome, awesome, awesome. That does sound a lot better. I'm going to replace this fill because I don't like the tonal elements for this drop. Ooh, what if we go that route? I want that bass set to be way louder though. For the second half of the drop, I need to do a little bit more drum work, specifically with like shakers or hats or something. This tambourine's pretty solid. I'm gonna keep it in. But you know what I'm missing? I'm missing that classic house music offbeat ride. Oh yeah, this guy right here. Oh my god, so good. I really like it better for the B section or for the response section. So I'm gonna experiment with taking it away for that part. And yeah, I think that's pretty much everything that I'd want to add, at least for right now. Oh, you know what? I could do one more thing. I love doing this in my, I love doing this in my harder drops, and that's adding this hip hop siren. Oh, here we go. All right, y'all. So that is the drop. Drop sounds phenomenal. However, we can't just listen to the drop, right? So I'm gonna go ahead and try to make like a quick little build up, just something so that we can kind of hear the drop in context.
A few moments later.
All right, y'all, so the filler build is done. Let's take a listen from the top and let's see what I came up with. Well, folks, there we have it. Your boy just made a bass house banger. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. If you did, please be sure to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and hit that notification bell so you're notified the next time I upload. Keep an eye out on my socials. I'll be dropping new music next week. That's what inspired this video. Also, don't forget to join the Patreon if you haven't already. We do monthly sample packs over there, stems to studio time with Ryos, lessons, feedback, a bunch of other goodies. You guys can go down to the link in my description for more details. And yeah, y'all, that will be all for me today. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next video.